Today we got 2 Hot Toys announcements and 2 Hot Toys releases, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at this, and this. So, we'll start off here. This is the first announcement we got today. This is Captain Enoch, the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Captain Enoch from the Disney Plus Star Wars show Ahsoka. So this was, I suppose this would be Thrawn's right-hand man. Would that be a best way of describing it? Or kind of leader of these, whatchamacallit, Night Troopers? Yeah, Night Troopers, because that was announced as well. Not a big fan of the show. I'm not a big fan of this design. However, I do think that this will have shelf presence. That might seem like a contradiction. What I mean by that is it's definitely unique. Whether you like the design or not, you have to appreciate it is unique. It reminds me, that gold face reminds me of that character in Gladiator that Russell Crowe's character has to face off against inside in the Colosseum. It kind of had a similar kind of a gold mask or a shiny metal mask from my recollection on this. So Captain Enoch, let's take a look at some of these photos. I don't have any prices at the moment for any of these. I suspect if you think the Stormtrooper Commander, which is available on Sideshow for $220, and I think the Sand Trooper that was sold separately or could be pre-ordered separately from the Dewback from A New Hope, which was announced recently, I think that was $235, I want to say. So I'm guessing this one's going to be in around the, with inflation, it could be $250. I would imagine it'll be around $245. I mean, there's not much to it. There's no face sculpt, although the cast is obviously different. This is not the same as just recasting a Rogue One trooper or something like that. The mold is different because the face it's unique looking. All right, so let's flick through some of these images. This is what it comes with. This is everything it comes with. So it comes with your standard base. It comes with a bunch of swap out hands. It has the kind of gold plated or gold painted face for it's a creepy looking thing, to be honest. It's funny. It will pop on the shelf with that unique face and even the symbols on the helmet and the gold plates on the the pauldrons on the shoulder and the chest plate and that kind of what's it, kama looking type thing that's hanging down from the belt. It's just not a design I particularly cared for. Also, he didn't do anything in the show. There wasn't even like a battle scene with him or a fight scene. I do believe he kind of made some gestures. Did he even speak? I can't remember. It's not a show I'll go back and revisit, but he did very little, let's be honest. I think he made a few motions, he might have spoke a few lines, and that was it. I don't remember him ever doing anything particularly cool or being in a big battle scene or whatever. But he was there. Maybe his story's only starting. Anyway, so it comes with nothing. A few swap out hands, a blaster, which I believe is something unique that we've never really seen before. If you know the name of that blaster, the code in that blaster in the comment section, let me know. And has gold pauldrons, gold chest plate, and then that kind of skirt looking, camel looking thing hanging down the front, which I think is material. I don't know, it looks like it could potentially be pleather. It's hard to tell from these images. Yeah, that looks like pleather, unfortunately. Haven't read the description. Now, there's material in the back, but there's a pleather-like material at the front. I haven't read the description. I might just take a look at that description before I go on to the next one. But yeah, look, it looks pretty cool. I mean, if I was into the show, I do collect troopers, maybe that'd be enough to get it. I think this is a design that could potentially grow on me, put it that way. And if I'd liked the show and he'd done something spectacular in the show, I think I'd be more inclined to pick him up. Looks bloody creepy though, I'll tell you that. They look great together, I gotta give them that. Yep, the Thrawn and Enoch will look fantastic together. This was always going to happen. I'm surprised this didn't happen. Surprised we haven't seen this and the Night Troopers and those Night Deathwatch Troopers or whatever they're going to be called sooner, because it seemed like the obvious choice. I'm glad they actually gave us the likes of, for people who are getting them, the likes of Ahsoka the White with that fantastic head sculpt, and Sabine and Hera and Chop. I'm glad they came out first. And of course Thrawn, that they showed people that they're taking the line seriously for the people that really did like the show. And in fairness, all those sculpts, they look fantastic. So yeah, look, it's a trooper. It's a freaky looking trooper with a funny looking face, and if you're into the Ahsoka show and you're into this particular design, then I presume this is for you. I'm guessing this is around, I can't see this being any more than $250, but say $240, $245. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know the price at the moment. Yeah, I can see the design growing on me. I'll give him that. It will pop on the shelf. Right, the next one then, the Night Troopers. So obviously Enoch was the commander and the Night Troopers, they were the minions. I did think this was a particularly lazy design. I love troopers, right? My favorite trooper though have to be the OG, A New Hope or original trilogy, just white shiny trooper. Really, really love it. I suppose the Shore Trooper is probably a close second. I really like the Remnant Trooper, and that was just a weathered up trooper, but I think it set the tone for the Mandalorian really well. That post Empire look, the Remnant Troopers did a lot in that show to show the audience that the Empire is kind of still there, but they're not well funded, hence Remnants of the Empire, Remnant Trooper. I really like that trooper. This one here though, I don't know, it's just, it looks like it's been wrapped in red masking tape, and are these supposed to be cracks, or they're kind of zombie troopers, I suppose. I'm still trying to work out what the goldy bits are. Is it like just a design, or does it look like cracks? To me it looks like cracks on the actual helmet, but the more I look at it there, I kind of see the gold designs. Maybe there's some part of the lore which I absolutely missed here. So you get two different versions. I think that's an E11, and then you got another blaster as well on the left hand. Again, looks pretty cool. I do think it's a bit gimmicky. I kind of put this into the kind of a similar, not the same, but a similar kind of category as those kind of gimmicky troopers, like the chromed out trooper or the chocolate trooper, the porcelain trooper, whatever. I wouldn't have any interest in them. I'd pick this before I picked them. It does look kind of cool, and again, if I like the show, I'd be a bit more interested. But right, little tease there of what do you call these? They're not Death Troopers. I suppose you have Enoch, you have a Night Trooper, and what is this? Is this like a zombie Death Trooper? Yeah, I didn't need the zombie troopers, to be honest. I just wasn't a fan. Troopers have enough time hitting anything. Zombie troopers then should probably hit nothing. I have to say though, kind of looks pretty cool from the right profile there. The thing about Enoch and the Night Troopers, as much as this is kind of gimmicky, I can see these designs growing on me. I can see these designs growing on me. Yeah, look, it looks pretty cool. It will look pretty cool on the shelf. The same as Enoch, but just, yeah, not a fan of the show, and therefore not particularly interested. So, yeah, look, Night Trooper, I'd imagine this is going to be a bit cheaper than Enoch. I'd be surprised if they were the exact same price, because my logic in this one, this is essentially just your Stormtrooper, which they painted different and, you know, have the red kind of wraps around them and stuff like that. Whereas Enoch, there is a different mold for the face paint, so I imagine that might be slightly more expensive. Again, just speculation, I'm not entirely sure. So there are the two announcements for today, both from Ahsoka, the Disney Plus Star Wars Ahsoka show. You've got Enoch, and then of course you have Night Trooper 1/6 scale figures. Right, so the first announcement we're going to get to, I'm going to go through this really, really quick. I have not watched the Bad Batch. I've watched all the Clone Wars, I haven't watched Rebel, I haven't watched the Bad Batch. I've been told Bad Batch Season 2 is well worth the watch. So this is Wrecker, 1/6 scale figure from the Bad Batch animated series. I think this is the muscle of the group. I believe there's 5 of them. I think they've all been announced. Is this the last one that is to be released? I'm pretty sure. I know they've all been announced. I think, is it Hunter has been announced already? Has Tech's been announced? Is Tech out? I don't think Tech's out yet. Right, they've all been announced, and I think 3 out of the 5 have been released. Again, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that down in the comments section. So, head sculpt looks pretty cool. I've seen some images of what it's supposed to look like. Then again, anything that's related to Tamora Morrison or a derivative of Tamora Morrison's clone likeness, they tend to do quite well. That kind of creepy dead eye on his left, they've done a good job on, I think. Yeah, so yeah, I've not much to say about that. Wrecker's out. I really don't like that helmet. Like, I think Tech's a better design, Hunter's a better design. I think this is, out of all the Bad Batch that I've seen, I like the way they're similar color. You got the kind of like weathered, kind of what's off grey look, and a bit of the splash of red. And I like all the different designs and that they're a bit unique. So they're together as a team, but they all have different variation and different kind of specialties. I like that. And then you have Tech, who's kind of completely different then. But Wrecker would be my least favorite design in this. So like, yeah, I was never going to get this. All right, finally, a figure I'm actually interested in, actually have on pre-order. I've got this pre-ordered with Lion Rock Toys. Various different reasons. Big No Way Home fan, not a big Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire trilogy fan. Although I liked all the scenes with the Green Goblin in No Way Home, I really liked the Hobo Goblin. I'm a sucker for battle damage, so you can see the weathering and the battle damage running through this with the cracks on the undersuit. I love that they've given us the tattered hood. I love that this is what the MCU do well. They've chosen a design which gives homage, pays homage and gives reference to the original comic book design. So obviously he was green, he had a purple hood, he has a little kind of a satchel with carrying his pumping bombs and all that, but it's not a direct lift because that would be a bit rubbish. I like the way it's kind of like a mechanized armorized suit. I love the way it's weathered and battle damaged. I thought it was really clever the way he was wearing a purple hoodie, big kind of baggy purple hoodie when he went to see Aunt May in the place she was watching, and of course through the battle and stuff like that, it got tattered and torn off, and I thought that was pretty damn cool because it just a really clever, simple way of paying homage to the original without being too on the nose. The goggles look good as well. I think that head sculpt's great. I'm trying to think though, it looks the same, or very similar. I think it's the same as the regular Green Goblin one. His face isn't going to change, his hairstyle isn't going to change. The movie takes place in the space of what, a day, a few hours. So there'd be no reason for it to change. I like the head sculpt with the other Green Goblin, and I prefer it even with this one here. Like, just I think maybe it just makes more sense because in the scenes with this, let me get this right. With the other No Way Home Goblin that didn't have the purple hood and is not the hobo version and doesn't have the battle damage, you always see him with the mask. You don't think you ever see him. You never see him in No Way Home. You see him on the glider and then he's snapped away and captured by Strange, and the next time you see him he's smashing the mask. So I don't think you ever see him standing around with the mask off. But then you do see this guy a lot laughing, you know, when he's spoilers, when he kills who he kills. Okay, kind of held back on the spoiler there, but presume everyone's seen it at this stage. Movie was literally 2 years old last week. Yeah, so I think this head sculpt works really well with this particular version of the figure. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a very strong likeness to William Dafoe. I've heard complaints that you can't really crouch him down. He doesn't pose well on the glider. That's a bit alarming because you want him really, because I remember like in certain scenes he jumps up on the glider and he's really crouched down. Right, so I love the tattered and the weathering of, or even the occlusion of the purple hoodie. I like the fact that it comes with the goggles. I like the straps, the belt, and the cross strap here, which leads down to the satchel, which is kind of obviously like a reference to the comics. It's got the blade then the left arm, something else in the right arm I can't make out. Head sculpt looks good. Glider, I've gone for this. I didn't get the regular Green Goblin. I went for the Hobo Goblin. I prefer the design. It's more, obviously I'm MCU when it comes to Marvel, really, with a few exceptions. Obviously Deadpool 1 and 2, you gotta have Deadpool 1 and 2. So yeah, I think they've done a great job of this. I don't think that mask actually comes with him though. Yeah, I think they've nailed the likeness of Willem Dafoe, and I just think that laughing actually works a lot better with this. The glider looks to be the same. I don't think the glider is battle damaged. Now, I wonder, is that as bent as those knees get? If you have the No Way Home branded Green Goblin, let me know how the knees are. Let me know if it poses. I think the knees there, that might be as bent as those knees go. So I have heard complaints. Yeah, look, I think this looks good. And this is one that I'm excited about because I do have Doc Ock and this ordered. So yeah, look, that's just wanted to touch base on all those different, those 2 announcements and 2 releases today. That's the end of the video. So not getting Enoch or the Night Troopers or Wrecker, but this one, have it on pre-order. Looking forward to this. I think they've got a good job. Love the head sculpt, the goggles, the battle damaged outfit, the torn up hoodie, the satchel, yeah, and of course the glider. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. If you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking any of these up or not, or if you're excited by any of these or not. You can also follow me on Instagram and on X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.